Have you ever engaged in a serious debate over which is better, Harry Potter or Lord of the Rings? Have you ever played Smash or Pass using only characters from Star Wars and Marvel movies? If you answered yes to any of these questions, we have the podcast for you. Listen to The Steam Gentlemen, the podcast where an expert panel convenes to ask the questions about pop culture and social commentary that other podcasts are afraid to ask. Listen to The Steam Gentlemen on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Ladies and gentlemen, Wrestling Fans International Association is back. That's right, the premier fan club association of the 1970s and 1980s has been revived and is back in business. Join today. It's free at thewfia.org. That's thewfia.org. You can also join us on Facebook at facebook.com/groups/WFIA 1969. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Fleisch Chronicles 1998. This is Extreme Championship Wrestling. I am your host, Brad Drake, and we are rolling on here with our ECW tour. Let's go ahead and head forward here. All right. Obviously, we're not going to have this broadcast. What's our backstage incidents? Oh, Gary Hart's got Devon Dudley as a protege. It's a pretty good guy to learn from there, Devon. All right, let's double check here. We're in the Southwest region. Yes. We are expecting 1,600 fans. Where did we run last time? Last time we ran at Crawford Hall. We can get a couple more hundred. Let's see if we can get 1,600 somewhere. We can. The Matadome. I don't even know what the Matadome is. Let's go with the EUREKA Auditorium. Okay, this time I actually did it right and selected it. All right, so we'll go with EUREKA Auditorium, Eureka, California. Seems about every time you come through on a new cycle for the fresh month, we're gaining in popularity, so we're able to get 100 people more or so. And hopefully this continues and we continue doing a good job here. So we're going to make an adjustment right off the bat here. We're going to turn the Saed versus Smothers match into a shorter match, and the opener will make it a little bit longer. All right, let's give this card a rundown. In our opener, we're going to see Chris Chetti in there against Danny Doring. Big Dick Dudley will face Yoshihiro Tajiri. Mustapha Saed will face Tracy Smothers. Easy Money is going to mix it up with Chris Candido. The Blue World Order, everybody, will face the Chair Swingin' Freaks. And, of course, that is Axel Rotten and Balls Mahoney. And our main event, everybody, should be an outstanding one as TAZ faces the franchise, Shane Douglas. So with that said, everybody, let's get to booking. And here we go. Chetti and Doring opening this one up. Here's Chris Chetti. Here is Danny Doring. And this one is booked. I'll leave this one open-ended. Doesn't matter to me who wins. Up next, we have Dick Dudley and Tajiri. They're going to go 10. And so here we go. D. Dudley versus Tajiri. Major size difference here, but you do have speed on the part of Tajiri against Dick Dudley. We're going to leave this one open-ended also. I have a feeling Dick Dudley will get the win. We'll book that one. All right, up next, we have Saed versus Smothers. They're going to go 8. And this probably won't be the greatest of matches. Mustapha Saed, not very talented. But Tracy Smothers is. And Smothers is only 35 here. So we will book this one, see how that turns out. All right, getting the meat and the potatoes, the card here. Easy money against Candido. This isn't that great of a card, but the main event is good. And remember, our score is based off of that main event. So here we go. Easy money against Candido. Right away, we're going to give the money to the win to Chris Candido. Not the money, the win. And for those of you that were original ECW fans, you know that they did not really use heels and faces. So I do not use heels and faces either. All right, BWO in there against the chair swinging freaks. This is essentially a face versus face match. The last one was a heel versus heel match. It's all the same. Here's the BWO. Here are the chair swinging freaks. All right, that one's set. Here comes our big main event, which is Taz against Shane Douglas. And Taz is currently in a feud with Bam Bam Bigelow. But that's all right. He can face Douglas for the World Heavyweight title. Right, here is Taz. Here is Shane Douglas. Both these men are excellent in the ring at this point. Douglas is a little beat up by 98. I wouldn't say he was quite in his prime, but Taz is. But Douglas is going to get the win here, and it's going to come via interference from Francine. That's the way you do it. The heel cheats to win. All right, let's get this straightened out here. I can't remember if we had Finnegan and Mullenall last. Let's go with Finnegan. And let's have Tony Garea be our road agent for this one. There's Finnegan. There's Garea. There's Finnegan. Here's Garea. Here's Finnegan. Here's Garea. And one more time. Here is Finnegan. Here's Garea. Keeping those costs down by using the same road agent, same referee. And something is wrong here. And that's what was wrong. So here we go. 80 minutes. We're ready to rock and roll and hoochie coo here, everybody. Let's see how we do when we start the show. All right, Chris Chetti and Danny Doring. For those of you that don't know, Chris Chetti was the younger cousin of Taz. He was all right in the ring. I wouldn't call him great, but he was all right. Danny Doring was smooth. He was good in the ring. I enjoyed Danny Doring. These two would have put on a decent match. And 38 to 37 gets us a 31. Doring overcomes Chetti. All right, and just as I predicted, Big Dick Dudley gets the win over young Yoshihiro Tajiri. This would have still been Trunks wearing Tajiri at this point. He'll break out of his shell soon enough. Up next here, Saed against Smothers. Smothers gets the win with that jawjacker and continues his winning ways here in ECW. Smothers is really good. He's really good in this save. All right, this one is over. Let's move on to easy money on Candido. Candido gets to win with that diving headbutt, 46, 50, and a 34. Some of you may be wondering, why are the scores so low? Well, we're in the Southwest region, and most of these wrestlers do not have that great of popularity in the Southwest region. But remember, we are touring around the country each month, and each one of these guys is gaining popularity in these alternate regions and through our television, which is nationwide and into Canada. And here we go, the BWO against the chair swinging freaks. And the freaks get the win after Rotten overcomes Supernova. 46 for this one. We don't have that great of a score for the show so far, but I have a feeling this main event's going to blow the top off. And it does. Lands us a 73. Outstanding score for these two individuals. Outstanding score for this match. We're probably going to land a 69 or 70 overall. Get ourselves a gain here in California. There we go. We get a 70. We get that gain. We are going to point out Shane Douglas. We're going to point out Taz. And you know what? What the heck? Let's give Big Dick. Nah, we're going to point out Tracy Smothers. Smothers worked a good show. Great performance, great performance, great performance. We're going to make that speech. Douglas is pleased. Taz is pleased. Smothers is pleased. And we are heading back to the main screen here. That's going to complete this week. We have some TV tapings coming up on Tuesday. Or Wednesday is our TV taping. So we will have a Tuesday show, and we'll be in the Northwest region. Again, this won't necessarily be the venues. It's just the venues that we used the last time. There it is. The show was awesome. They liked it. I think we got a sellout there. We did. Yes. All right. Hardcore TV is expiring. We have some renewals to do. That's a lot to remember. So we'll check out these channels, and I'll see if I can't get us a better deal with somebody else now that we've gained some popularity. But we'll have to see. I'll leave that one open. I'll take care of that off screen. Who is the Natural Connection? I don't even want to know. Doesn't look very good. Steve Gray. Oh, I got some UK stuff going on there. I'm trying to see if anything else. Let's check our creative. We haven't done that in a while. There we go. Douglas is on top. Bigelow, Taz, Van Dam. You see how young our roster is here? We are really looking good for the future here. Caprice Coleman is enhancement talent for us. Hot prospects. Look at these guys. Devon is only 25. Mikey Whipwreck only 24. Got it good here, everybody. We are looking good for the future. Double check those titles. There we go. Douglas is on top. The title continues to improve. World Tag Team. Track the Prestige. Again, improvement across the board. TV title, improvement across the board. So we are looking good here, everybody. We are doing great in this ECW save. This is going to wrap it up for this episode. These are short shows. A lot of people like short shows, no problem. We might slip back to the WWF, or we might continue with ECW. I'm just not sure yet, everybody. But continue tuning in, and only you can find out what's next by watching. So, for those of you that are new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button and drop us a message below. Let us know how you found the channel, what you think of us so far. For those of you looking for more, you can find it over on Patreon, patreon.com/PowerCast Network. There, you will get access to the newest version of the Supermod. You will get access to all of our spreadsheets. You'll get access to all of our shows early and ad-free, and so much more, everybody. Check it out today, patreon.com/PowerCast Network. Don't forget, you can find us on social media, facebook.com/group/1987supermod, and you can also join Wrestling Fans International Association for free. Check it out today, everybody, thewfia.org. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.